Our approach was to create a garden that invited visitors to reflect on the interdependence between humans and nature.
The International Garden Competition is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year.
The Chaumont-sur-Loire garden competition takes place at the Chateau of Chaumont-sur-Loire, which is in the Loire Valley in France. This year's theme was, what is the ideal garden? Every year, the Domain of Chaumont awards 24 spaces to different garden designers across the world to install their garden.
Our design concept embraced the calling for the ideal garden by creating a garden that spoke to human interaction with nature. We have to plan a garden to install it in France in a month within a budget that was tight. I didn't think it was going to be feasible. In our design process, we used chalk and tape, and we're able to, within our studio space, fit the entire garden. And then and there, we were able to adjust and modify some of the shapes of our planting beds and some of the way that the circulations happen.
The idea of reflection was central to the garden design, and so we used mirrors and water combined with plants. We ended up designing 45 mirrored totems that were triangle in shape. One of the real challenges of the design was how we were going to fabricate these totems in France, looking at different options of ways to create the frames in an efficient way. We had our team fabricate prototypes, and so we tested the different dimensions, we tested the colors, we tested the material, construction methods to send over the design documents to France to have them fabricated there.
Once we got to the site, on week 1, 2 of our team members tested positive for COVID. So there were 4 of us down to 2.
I had it for about 9 days. I was isolating in the farmhouse while the rest of the team was working, so that was a disappointment.
Without Jason or Stephanie on the grounds, it was a little difficult to navigate because they're the only ones who spoke French on our team.
We had almost 2 weeks of work that didn't progress as much as it could have. Things still need to be adjusted.
Everything that we planned for completely changed.
Thank God, a lifeline that we didn't expect.
We were assisted by a group of students from a local technical university. That was a lot of fun. They helped us plant probably half the garden. We got through it, and luckily our great contractors that we were working with were able to pick up a little bit more work for us to keep us on schedule.
I had 2 days to come up with a few samples of these totems, and then had 2 weeks to produce 44 more.
Our original intent was to have the totems be very geometrically prescribed to the center. That looked really good in plan, but we just decided to turn them here and there throughout so that as you're walking through, you catch a glimpse of this or that. And so for the first time, that losing of the script of what we thought we were gonna do and actually working more with the perception of the user through the space brought the project alive. What this means for RIOS, it speaks to an amazing team of people and an expansion into a new territory in a way that is both poetic and more artistic.
For RIOS, it's really valuable for us to be able to work in different contexts and learn how to work in different places, and we're looking forward to many more.